Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up. Shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the Uber driver, the Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver. Shout out to every single clean-hearted, good-hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. Here we are this morning on another episode of Morning Thoughts with SouFLoTV. I can't see the people that are coming in here for some reason. Nothing is showing up on the screen. However, I am going to continue to talk. All right, so this morning we're going to talk about two topics. One, we're going to talk about body shaming. I did a video for body shaming yesterday. I probably put the video up too late, so not too many people gravitated towards the video. People probably went to bed already and all that stuff. So we're going to talk about body shaming this morning, but we're going to talk about an incident that happened in Clarendon, Jamaica recently, where a young man did something to his why is my mic not in? Could y'all hear me? All right, here we go. So we got two topics this morning. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts. My microphone was not plugged in. All right, so we got two topics to talk about this morning. Shout out to the people coming in. Yara Isabel Barber, good morning. Doc65, good morning. Danya Quesada, good morning. Ricardo Thompson, good morning. Sadie G, Sanji Rowe, and Dana T D. Thank you for being here. Darling Walter Riley, there's a familiar name. Throza T and Sophie B, Dwayne Robinson, King Biggs, one more name. Aaron McClendon, thank you for being here. All right. So back to my original. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. I took a morning off. Okay, and usually when I take Monday off, then the week goes off to a slow start. Shout out to each of you, man, going out to work every morning, getting up and getting it right, the right, honest way. Anyhow, we have two topics to talk about this morning. Morning thought, body shaming, and we're going to talk about the incident in Clarendon. Let's go through the incident in Clarendon first, and then we can get to the body shaming part. So obviously a young man in Clarendon, Jamaica, in my part of Jamaica, Clarendon, in a community called Kellets, he got into an altercation or a argument with his woman. And the brother man thought that the best thing to do was to beat this woman up and cut her throat. I don't know what's going on, like if it's a copycat thing, but I noticed that the way they kill these females is now trendy. It's trendy. Cut their throat. Like no matter where they cut them or stab them or hurt them, they always end up, the last thing doing is slashing the throat. This is crazy. It's crazy as hell, but it's the reality of what's going on. And it's happened multiple times so far. If you check the last couple of females that got killed, their throats were slashed. So for those of you who are from a farming community, you know, we saw our food being made from scratch. That means if you wanted beef, you had to kill a cow. If you wanted fried chicken, you had to go grab a chicken from the chicken house and work it from scratch, right? Kill the chicken, cut off the head, turn it upside down, drain the blood, put it in hot water, pull it out, pull the feathers off, cut the chicken, clean out the inside. We had to do all that. We didn't just go to the store and say, let me get a 2-piece with some biscuit. If you wanted curry goat, you had to slaughter a goat. The way that they slaughter, if you wanted pork, you had to kill a pig. I'm from a farming community. The way how they start doing these females is exactly how you slaughter the goat. It's exactly how you slaughter the goat. This is deep. This is deep because somebody looked at that and said, somebody did the math to it and said, okay, to a sure death is by cutting the throat, carotid artery, and then she will surely die. And they've been doing this. Anyhow, this brother decided to kill his girl. The sad part about that story was, which I put in the other video, is that she was found by her 4-year-old. Now, I don't know if that 4-year-old is his daughter. No reports has said that it is his daughter. Apparently, she met him after she had a child already. So she had one child on the ground. That's how we say it. She had one on the ground, one on her hip, or one in her belly. Meaning she has one on the ground, her 4-year-old, and one on the way. I was updated last night by somebody who said, you know, them send me the message all the time. And they said, SouFlo, they were in a little group, sit down, drinking, playing whatever they was playing, games, talking and stuff. You know how we gather in the community. Come on, you chill upon the ends, right? We are built, a whole of vibes upon the ends. It was one of those, and somebody made a joke and said, the baby that she carrying is not his. And they were joking, but he took it serious. So he went home and started an argument with her about the paternity of the baby. Let me show you how dumb these guys are. You're going to kill a girl that's pregnant, right? Because you're not sure if the baby is yours. Are you dumb? We're in 2021. Access to a DNA test is not like it used to be. If you're not sure that that child is yours, you could have simply waited until the child was born, demand a DNA test, and if it's not yours, leave her alone, right? You can't cuss her to. Not the girl that try pin jacket for me. No, enough. People them tell me already. You big up your chest. Say whatever you want to say after. But to kill her because you thought the baby inside her is not yours, with no hard evidence, proof, anything. Even if you had a hard evidence and proof, you walk away. If a woman was trying to give me a child and I found out it was not mine, I would look at that as the opportunity. Joke to you is death to me. Oh, Brent, good morning, babe. Joke to you is death to me. Boy, I don't know. Yeah, some people run some joke, but come on now. In our culture, we run all kind of jokes. We are the people that say take serious thing, make joke. I keep saying this because it's a very big part of our culture. We do take serious thing, make joke. You know what I'm saying? But the common sense of it all is, if you're not sure, because we got to tell this to some of these men that are out there that's listening, because they will probably repeat exactly what he did. Oh, Keisha cheat for me. I guess she'll try to give me and go after the female. Brother, if you're not sure, wait. Get the DNA. It's hard evidence. If it's not yours, she try to boil your 6 for 9, leave. That simple. You don't have to kill her. Now, what if you kill her and the baby is yours? So you just killed your unborn child and the mother that thought enough of you to give you a child. It made no sense. It makes no sense. See, and I say this to all the brothers out there. If that's the case, look at it like this. One door just closed. Another door just opened. Right? When people reveal themselves to you, believe them. Take it for what it is. Move on. I never understand somebody like a man that wants to beat a woman that cheats and he found out she's cheating. She's just showing you that she's a cheater. She's just showing you that she doesn't respect you enough. She's just showing you that you're not enough for her. Just the door is open. Either you leave or you allow her to leave. What are you going to do? Beat her? So it's not going to stop her from cheating. I'm telling the stories already, about females that I knew that did this. And like one in New York, she had a bad man. I said bad man as her man. When we said, yeah, man, I'm a bad man. And then we said, no, that boy, you're a bad man. That man, you're a bad man. She had a mad man as a man. And that girl, they fling it with just the same all the time. Even jumping out 2-story windows, sliding through bars, doing everything. And she would come back and laugh about it. Yo, me say, last night when him come in, you know, me see him at the party, I'm say, the duck, so, my girl, me running at the bathroom, they have a burglar bar upon it, but they jerk the thing like this, lucky the burglar bar, lift up from the bottom, me raise it up, head first, me go through the window, you know, down the block. This is how she was telling the story for our bad man. So you locking the woman in the house and squeezing her down and you, hey girl, yeah, give it something. That's dumb as hell. That is dumb. Why would they be running a joke like that, especially in times like this? I don't know, babe. Brains is asking why would they be running jokes like that? Them run joke like that all the time. That's just how we are. That's just how we are. Hey boy, talk. You better mind that belly that with Keisha might not be feel. Let's say about the girl again. Joke thing. Just like how when they're talking and they're like, move on, go from running as a batty boy. They don't know nothing about your life. It's just they consider that a way of cursing you, and then other people there will laugh, right? Oh, him style up SouFlo. Why SouFlo? You make him style you up like that. That's it. It's interwoven within our culture to do these things. But some people are sensitive. Some people are sensitive. So at the end of the day, the thing is this. It's not about why they ran that joke. Maybe they know something that because somebody else did tell, somebody else said SouFlo, she wild enough. She do her thing enough. So blah, blah, blah. But I'm not there. I don't know. And I don't want to throw the victim way up under the bus. I'm just saying that's what's been said. So it kind of matches what this other person said about them sitting around joking and thing. And one of them brethren said, yeah, the picnic down on your order, blah, blah, blah. And he took it another way. End of the day, common sense should have prevailed. And for those of you out there who are thinking along those lines, if she get where me I beat her, if she give me bun, me I kill her, please use some common sense. There's a thing called a DNA test. All right, I understand your pride might be hurt because you gotta think all kind of things. I tell women this all the time too. When a guy thinks about being cheated on, he doesn't think about your pum pum. It's not what he thinks about. Your things, you can run it anywhere you want. He doesn't think about that. He thinks about how many times someone was laughing behind his back. He thinks about how you gave another man stripes over him, gave another man the right to laugh at him. These are the things that they think about, right? He thinks about his ego. His ego takes over, and his ego is fragile. So, but at the end of the day, there's something called a DNA test. Take the test. If the child is yours, support it. If the child is not yours, out the door. That was your opportunity to leave. That was somebody who tripped up and showed you exactly who they are. They're not for you. Simple. He went to jail. Did you see the crowd? Because I played the video, an extended video from different angles of the whole thing where the police let off the shots. Bow, bow, bow. Police let off shots to get the crowd away from him. If those police officers were 5 minutes later, he would have been dead. But no worries, because he ended up killing himself anyways. Now, let's talk about that part. A lot of people are saying, yes, justice is served, swift justice. I said it too. Karma, right back around, right away. But truth of the matter is, I don't really think he per se, like they could have stopped him from killing himself also. Some people would say, nah, he got off easy because death is final. He doesn't have any repercussions. He won't be hurt. He doesn't have to suffer. Time in prison would have been better for him. A lifetime in prison, subjected to all kinds of manner of evil, would have been better for him than for him to escape through death. That's what some people would say. And then others like me would say, nah, kill him or make him kill himself. He ended up killing himself, right? Or that's what the report says. I see this already. this is how this happened. He's in there, he's distraught because now he's caught. You know, some man get real overly emotional to the point where they do something, you know, when you like drop her on her head or punch her up in her face or fling her up against the wall, bust up her face, something. And then after it's over is when you're like, oh, damn. Consequences. Consequences. I hope she not call the police. Maybe the neighbors heard and did call the police or the police on their way. You start act like, you know what I'm saying? Like, now you're thinking. Now you're thinking with sense. You weren't thinking with sense. You allowed yourself to go into crazy. Allowed yourself to go full crazy. It's a choice. It's a choice. Nothing to guss about, oh, I just flew off. Nah, you allowed yourself to go full crazy. And now you want to think with sense. So after the beating, there's a calm. And then after the calm, he's dealing with the fact that he could never go back to that community, the fact that so many people wanted to hurt him. That became his reality. This is a community he comes from where he was loved or he was shown love and respect in the community. So to see the whole community come out and is yelling, let him go now, give him to it. Officer, give him to it. I just 2 minutes to one. 2 minutes after I'm back. This is Clarendon, deep Clarendon, in the hills. If bush around them part there, they would have minced that to nothing. You ever see how them chop mutton? When the butcher put them on the block and that's what would have happened to him. I don't have to ask you. I grew up in them places. When the crowd comes down, matter of fact, when I was growing up, all somebody had to do in the community was say, thief! If anybody yelled thief and you are a stranger in that community, you better find cover quick. You better find cover quick. So to see that on that video like that, it brought back memories because that's how the place is. But anyhow, I think he went in there. He was distraught after getting time to think about what he really did. You know, police have you in a jail cell now. You realize this could be the rest of my life right here. How am I going to get out of this? There's no way I can get out of this. They know I did it to her. This is my first arrest. Me not the road again. I'm never getting out. So when he did that, him starts saying, I'll kill myself, you know. I'll kill myself, you know. I imagine nothing but one of them good officers there, big up to the JCF. I imagine nothing but one of them good officers there said, hey boy, stop the crime. And we can't stop, why am I doing? You know, them abusers, they be overly emotional. Like they'll beat the woman and then cry and make the woman cry for them. She forgot that she even got beaten. I seen this. She forgot that he becomes the victim. She forgot that she even got beaten. She's now consoling him because he cried so hard. Oh God, you never meant to be like that. And she have to console him, right? I imagine nothing but him in that cell. Oh, I can't believe what I do. I did a rip off the little white shirt that he had on and start fashioning a rope out of it. I kill myself. And the good JCF officer, like the angel you are, said, oh, you want to kill yourself? All right, here one. Since I'm having me a watch, you see, I give you 5 minutes. I go to the bathroom. When we come back, do your thing. All right? Do your thing before me come back. And they gave him way. They gave him leeway. Because when you're arrested in a situation like that, one of the first things they probably should do is take you in for a psychological evaluation. They should also put the person under suicide watch. So that means someone has eyes on you 24/7, or either it's physical eyes on you or you're monitored in a cell that has a camera on it, right? Well, that's how they do it here anyways. One of my brethren who've been locked up before, he said, I remember saying, if I get locked up, I don't want no cellmate, no nothing. Because I don't know funny man next to me. I don't know what they're up to. I don't, you know what I mean? Just lock me in a cell by myself. He said, no, that won't happen. That won't happen. They're going to put you in general population. I said, well, I'll just say I'm crazy then. And then they'll send me to a crazy unit, lock me in a cell by myself. He said, don't do that. You don't want to do that. Because they put you in there with the real crazies. And the real crazies in jail, they're crazy. Them people really need help. You talking about a man squatting and shitting in his hand and then just slinging it at the wall. You could hear it hit the wall. Big load. And he's squeezing out more to do it again. That type of stuff. I said, damn. Well, I wouldn't go the crazy route then. But it's nothing but that brother said, oh, kill yourself. We can't live like this. We can't live like the police said. You want to kill yourself? All right, here on. Because the people them already are beat we bad, so we let you go. And how the hell we let the people them, you know, back in the day, honestly, police would take their time getting there. Slowly. Oh, crowd is converging on so-and-so. They've got the suspect. They're dragging him down the street. Yes, we're hurrying. And stop our mask down and see if we can get a class of liquor there or something like that. They'll take their time. And by the time them reach, it's scrape up time. They're going to scrape you up and throw you in the back and go about their business. They started doing things differently. So now they get there. George Christopher Plush Creations. I appreciate you. Thank you. So I'm lucky. They got there quick. They got there quick as hell. And they saved them. I'll bust off shot for save him too. The people weren't afraid of no shots. Somebody said yesterday, SouFLo, that proves that they can do this. Like in the US, instead of shooting people, shoot in the air as a warning shot. They don't do that. In the US, there's no warning shot. You remove that weapon from that holster and you place that weapon on your target, you shoot to the target. That's how they're trained. They're not trained to do warning shots. What if they do a warning shot, bow, and the shot go next door into a window where a little 2-year-old was playing on the bed? They don't. So for the person who said that, they don't do warning shots here in the US. Okay, they do it in Jamaica though, and I've never seen anybody get hurt from the warning shot, which tells me that yes, they could employ the same tactics in the US instead of shooting someone right off the bat. Because in Jamaica, the police will be like, back up. Oh, you know, take me serious. Bah, 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 and let off 3, and then you will see people disperse. Like, oh, I'm serious, and we kill it for real, right? Not in the US. In the US, once they aim, they're shooting. You just better not be the target, kind of thing. It's a strategy that they could employ here, but this ain't about the US. This is about these crazy men and what they're doing to these women and feeling like they could get away with it in a society that allows them to get away with it. Come on now, y'all seen a politician beat his woman. He was using a stool, a wooden stool, coofing her over the head on camera. Nothing came of it. He is still a sitting member of parliament. He still presides over the constituency, Westmoreland. You know, he's still a sitting MP. Nothing came of it. So what that tells you, and I've seen too many times also where the judge is actually a woman. And when they do this trial by judge, not trial by jury, because they have a choice, right? So they do trial by judge. And then I see a female judge sit up there. I'm sorry, I couldn't be anything but biased, especially if I was a female judge. You come before me because you slashed a young mother's throat. I'm a woman. I have a daughter. I have a mother. I'm a woman. I would pretend I wasn't biased, but when we done send you up underneath the jail there around the one next side that you didn't even know existed, they would have to be like, damn, Judge SouFLo is harsh. You better hope you don't get Judge SouFLo. So I always wonder how they give a woman judge these cases and she ends up giving a sentence so light. So light. I explained to y'all before, we covered this story probably about 2 years ago on this channel. The brother that beat his girl upstairs in the house with a hammer, rolled her up in the tarpaulin and rolled her down the street. They lived on the hill, rolled her down the street, into the street, crossed the street, and was trying to roll her over into the bridge. And they called him, they seen him, and they called him out. Hey, Kendrick! And he left the body and took off running. when he came back, I think he ended up getting like 15 years or something like that. 15 years. Beat a woman dead with a hammer, wrap her up in a tarpaulin, roll her down the street. No plea of insanity or anything like that. Just a guilty plea. Your Honor, my emotions overcame me. I'm sorry. I apologize. I am deeply sorry. And then, you know, a good lawyer is going to tell them, turn on lick of tears. I don't know what you have to do, but go to somewhere dark and deep inside of yourself. Something that happened when you were younger, something that's traumatic for you. You're going to need to access that space in yourself when you're talking to this judge. All right? Show some remorse. As long as they're able to do that, God knows, I will do anything to bring our back. As soon as they do that, that sentence goes from 30 years to 15 years. Out in 10 with good time served. That's it. You send a man to prison like that, 30 years old, 10 years after he murdered the girl, he's out by the time he's 40 years old. Fit and good enough to do everything he wants to do again, just the same. And her parents got to sit around and watch you walk around and be happy with yourself. I'll get new woman and everything like that. Move on with life. Now you have baby on the way with new wife and all this. It's crazy. It's crazy. So hear me out. Before I go on to the next topic, for the man them out there, if you think that baby is not yours, don't harm the woman. Wait till the baby is born and get a DNA. It is that simple. Just like that. I don't know if you see this guy on social media, the brother that when these people do all these hacks, he sits there and he watches them, and then he makes this funny face and he goes and just does it a simpler way. Same thing. Just do it the simple way. You don't think it's yours, you have a doubt. Matter of fact, I encourage every man to just get a DNA just for peace of mind's sake. That way you know 100% that that's yours, and that will never be a part of your argument. Because you know when argument get heated, people start fling, no, him not look like me. You know, I always doubt said in my, yo, I need a DNA. This is years after. So just go ahead and get you a DNA. And if you have doubt, wait till the baby is born and get one. Also, if you find out that she's cheating, please remember, man, that I have to keep saying this. Please remember that she is not yours. Some of my people them say it like this. It's not yours, you're just getting a turn. All right? It's like a kid with a toy at play school. The toy belongs to play school, not to the kid. So although the kid doesn't like to share, when it's your turn up and somebody else's turn to play, you just have to accept that that's what it is. Give the toy to whoever else it is and just walk away from the toy. Basically, I know it sounds bad saying it that way because I've said it that way before and people were like, so yeah, call woman toy and all this stuff. No, please don't get too defensive on me. I'm just using an analogy that might not be too good, but it gets the point across, right? Leave the woman alone. If she's cheating on you and you don't like being cheated on, then leave her alone. If she's cheating on you and you enjoy being cheated on or you don't care, then that's your business. Handle it. But then you have no right to do anything to her if she's living that way. End of the day, we don't own anybody. Man don't own woman. Woman don't own man. There was a guy who recently, is it Miami? This weekend in Miami, his girlfriend shot him to death because he was cheating and she had receipts. You know, the woman them come out and say, I got my receipts. Say what you got to say. Say what you got to say. You see this right here? I got my receipts. All right. She said she had her receipts and she shot him and killed him. We don't own anybody. Man don't own woman. Woman don't own man. We are grown enough to understand that relationships don't work out. Nobody comes to you in the beginning of a relationship and say, hey, how you doing? I like how you look, man. You're beautiful. Seriously, let me get your number. I'm telling you, I would really like to get to know you, you know, and hopefully one day kill you too. Nobody comes and says all that. It's always hunky-dory in the beginning. It's always the future looking bright. I'm moving on to something better. let's give this a chance and see how it grows and how it goes. It's all filled with optimism in the beginning. And somewhere along the line, someone starts thinking, I own you now. I own you now. That's madness. Don't allow yourself to do it. Women, you do it too. Don't allow yourself to do it. Okay? You might not be able to drape him up and do all these things, but he does it. When you find yourself in one of those relationships, cut. Cut, because it's not gonna get any better. It's not gonna get any better. Matter of fact, a healthy relationship allows you to spread your wings, per se. Have friends, a social circle outside of your spouse, outside of your significant other, boyfriend, whatever. It is up to you to say what kind of social circle you have. Now, if you're a married woman with a whole bunch of skin out, sketel friends, we haven't heard the word sketel in a long time. If you're a married woman with a bunch of sketel friends and y'all still go to the club on the weekend, and your husband got to understand that it's just girls' night out, but he knows the type of friends those are, then that's problems. So the advice I would give there is never have friends that have way less responsibilities than you do. Somebody told me this a long time ago. Steve Rudolph Jr., thank you, man. I appreciate you. Steve says, so, question. If a woman cheats and you have a kid with that woman, would you take full custody of that kid? I would. Okay, let me explain this to you. So if a woman cheats, right, and I have a child with that woman, I can ask for full custody. I can't take full custody. There's a difference. You get what I'm saying? The courts will decide if I can get full custody. And usually, no, Sophie B, no, I don't encourage the cheat back thing. Where does that leave you? It does nothing. It does absolutely nothing. Matter of fact, you're now open to all kinds of stuff. Well, she doing it, I'm doing it. Let's act like we both don't see each other and we both doing it. You might as well go your separate ways. Now you got to think about when me and her sleep together, we don't use protection. We don't use condoms and all that. So I wonder if she'll do the same thing over there. So, well, did y'all see? I'm sorry, but I got to revert back to that video because it's blatant. Y'all see the video? Remember Kirby? Major Hype Kirby? Yes, Kirby, we're going to be talking about you and Major Hype for probably years to come. This is an example. You want to see that video there? So you that I talk about cheat for cheat, right? I'm gonna use them things, box up your woman face and spit in her mouth and debasing her and then send her home to you, and you're like, I don't care. She cheat, me cheat, we okay. You licking off spit off a next man spit off your woman's face and all. Nah, I'm cool. I'm not into the cheat for cheat stuff. Keep the cheat for cheat. That's dangerous in itself. Because some people would cheat and act like you're the only one cheating, and then we have a bigger problem. Just have an open relationship then. There are ways to do it that's simple. You know what I'm saying? Business accounts. Thank you. I appreciate you. Now back to the question about if the woman cheats, he would just take custody. You can't just take custody by law. I know for a fact that in the state of Florida where I live, taking custody does not work like that. Custody is always given to the biological mom first, preference. As long as she is able to show the courts that I can provide a stable home for my child to live in, and make no mistake about it, they will factor in that child support money that you will have to pay, so that child will be living somewhere decent. So they make sure that she is able to, and as long as she goes to court and she says, no, I don't want to give him full custody of my child. Look, my house is clean. There's always food in the house. It's safe right here where we live. That's the criteria. So she can cheat all she wants to. That the world on a level. The world on a level, brethren. I just talked about this on another video. A woman, right, can have sex with a man. She gets pregnant. The man says to her, listen, I don't even know you like that. You know, we were both out here wilding. I did stupid stuff. You did stupid stuff. This is how we ended up right here. It was a good weekend though. But check it. I don't want that baby. Right? So what are we gonna do? You know, you were a one night stand or you were a 2 day hitter. That's it. I don't want the baby though. She can say, well, I want the baby, and you're going to take care of this baby until this baby is an adult, legal 18 years of age, adult age, right? And there's nothing he can do. He will have to pay child support for that child until the child is 18. And if he doesn't, she can go to court and his wages will be garnished. If he's not paying, they'll take away your license, your driver's license. You can't even drive. They'll go pick you up off the street, handcuffed, jail. It's enforced. But if you flip the script and she gets pregnant and the man says, oh my God, you're pregnant. Man, I've been wanting a baby. Please, I want this baby. What are we going to name her? And she can go, I don't want no children right now. I wasn't feeling you like that anyways. I'm saying we had a good weekend, but that was it. So I'm having an abortion. There's no courts for you. You can't say, hey, judge, she's killing my baby. Please let her have the baby. You just have to accept whatever she gives. So on either spectrum, on either side of the coin, it is her decision to make. See? And the courts will back her 100%. You can't just get custody like, take full custody. You can't take full custody. Full custody would have to be granted under conditions. And one of the main conditions is that she is not able to provide a safe and stable home for that child. So if you're in a position where you're doing really good and you messed around and got like a female that doesn't have anything together, pregnant, you can go to court and fight for custody, and you can present that to a judge saying, judge, this is the neighborhood that they live in. If you look, it's been 7 murders in that neighborhood since this month alone. It's hot over there. Drive through, judge. Here's the videos. I don't want to snitch or nothing. You can cover the faces, but these guys, you see that drug transaction? That's right by her building. This is a dirty block. This is where my child is going to have to live. Now, this is where I live. I live over here in the suburbs. I can provide this. This is my income. I'm able, more than able to, and I want to. I don't want him growing up in that environment. She is not working. She is this, she is that. She parties a lot. She drinks all the time. The judge will then award you full custody temporarily. Temporarily. And the judge will say to her, Miss So-and-so, you have 6 months to clean yourself up, get yourself together, come back before the courts, and present to us a decent place for this child to live and some form of income, etc., etc. Now, they don't care how her income comes in. They'll stack her income up by piece of it is child support, piece of it is government assistance down the street or public or Walmart places. And as long as that falls in place, they'll take that child back from you again and give the child back to the mother again. First preference goes to the mother every single time. But yeah, I wouldn't let, because a woman cheat, I'm going after full custody. She want to cheat, she cheat. She go on our ways with that. I could visit the child. I could see the child as often as possible. I won't drag the child through that. Let that be on her. You know why you didn't grow up with a mommy and a daddy, right? Yeah, because your mommy was chasing men and came home and there was one in my bed one day and stuff like that. Like, you don't get to tell them this until they're grown. You don't tell this to children because it'll damage them. They don't know how to figure this out, how to work through it. But life is good, because when you're grown people can talk to grown people. You know, have a drink with your son and say, say, your mother did that whore. Your mother was that whoring gal, I'm gonna try love her, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try love her and try build something with her, brother. I'm tell us that one day, never tell her this for a little, because I never want to mess up your meds, But one day me come home from work and say, I'm tired of this. Them have me out there whole day. Bring over here, so carry this, go there, so. Me tired them walk me like horse. And me come in and me say, in my bed, me I go jump, me tell you. And a man slide out of the bed. Me see a man back, big grey back, bigger than mine, fly through the back door. Whoop. You can now share those conversations with your child. All right, and tell them. But until then, you just gotta pretty much accept what you get. That's how society is set for men. See? Dorani King says, mom cheating does not mean she is not a good mother. You only want sole custody because you are being revengeful, not good emotionally for the child. Please consider the child or children and not yourself. Mom cheating does not necessarily mean she's not a good mother. Let me put it like this. Any parent cheating is to some degree putting the welfare or well-being of themselves or putting their needs over their children's needs. Here it is. If you're in a monogamous relationship and you're working on forever, right? You're working on forever. The deal is we're going to raise our kids. We're going to retire. We're going to do this. We're going to stack it. We're going to, you know, the normal stuff. And then you take it up on yourself. You take it up on yourself to say, I'm going to deceive my partner. I'm going to have, cause you know how things go already. I've seen women do this already. You know, they get in a conversation with their little friends and they're like, girl, you know, honey, see, you know, from when me not get some. And she's like, so I'm to SouFlo. I'm not do nothing. Girl, I'm stop off for a long time. I say, I'll be a 2 minute. I'm going to go on it, me sneeze one time and done. Roll over and go sleep. Can't take them something there, man. And their friends will be like, well, tell about that boy. You see that boy over there, some girl, young and strong, you know, me I tell you, look like a good work, we make sweat run off of your back, start inveigle her the wrong way and she gone, right? And start give her something. They don't come and tell you that, hey, you're not performing up to par. I don't like it. There's too many things now work. Maybe you need to go doctor, something. Them go tell them friend first. You hear that? So with that said, man or woman in that kind of relationship, if you are cheating, you're putting the welfare of your children before yourself. Now accept that part, that's a part of being a shitty parent. A shitty parent. Because you're then, what are the consequences? The consequences are you're destabilizing your household. Who suffers in the end? The children in that household, because you're certainly not going to stop dating or being with whoever tickles your fancy because you broke up, and your partner is not either. I'm not going to go move into a monastery and become a monk, and I'm sure she's not going and be celibate for life, and I'm sure she's not going to be moving on and joining the nuns and being celibate for life either. So we just screwed the children, literally, out of a stable home, that kind of thing. So yeah, woman cheating is, y'all be making some excuses, man. I'm flinging everybody under the bus. Man, woman, if you step out, just know that you're sacrificing your children's stability. Those children don't care. You ever watch children wake up, when they jump up in the morning, daddy, you run to them father, hug him up. The child don't stop and go, did you cheat on my mom? No? Okay. Daddy, hug. The children don't do that. Mommy, whoa, wait. Did you cheat on my daddy? No? Okay. Mommy, the children don't care. It doesn't matter to them. What matters to the children is that they have two loving parents, and it balances out well, especially when you have a balanced household. See? I see it with my own kids. Like, if my wife says something to my son, or she scolds him or whatever, he runs to his dad. He come find me. Now, of course, sometimes, you know, I have to let that sit, and vice versa. But when there's nobody there, I remember my grandfather used to say, when me put it on, my grandmother, when me put it on, let Miss Ruby take it off. Meaning, when he bust your ass, go to your grandmother and let her give you a shoulder to cry on. That's how she take it off. She's gonna alleviate some of the pain, and she's gonna talk nice in your ear. Well, you was working for that, baby. That is why your grandfather, and grandpa don't really beat. He's not a beating person. But how long he's been talking to you about that? And you see, so don't do it again. Grandma is there, so you have the balance, the male-female balance in the household. That's very important. Very important. We're selfish as hell as adults. Most adults are selfish, and most adults will end up putting the needs of themselves over their children's needs. But think about how important it is to give a child a stable home. Stable home. I've known people who they weren't really necessarily getting along as a couple, but they kept everything clean and kosher, and they raised them kids. And then when the last one left off to college, divorce papers came in. I've seen that happen. Divorce papers came in. We've raised the kids. I haven't been happy for a long time. I just wanted to give them a steady upbringing so they could come home to, and the kids had absolutely no clue. They're like, but I hear mom and dad argue, you know what I'm saying? That's grown people stuff, but they don't break down the house, fight, disrespect each other. So I'm thinking it's going to work forever. And then here I am, I'm off to college, and they're getting a divorce. And they're quietly getting a divorce too. It's not no long drawn out anything. So always put the children first. Look at our society. Blue says, look at our society. Single parent families are not working. Steve Rudolph Jr., I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, you can kill them dead though. Single parent stuff is working. That's what a lot of them want. You have females that have a lot of friends that are already single. Single mother. And believe it or not, she yearns to be with her girls. Because when girls' night come around, we could get one babysitter girl, put all the kids in one house, and we go out and turn up and that kind of stuff. So the single mother thing, they make it seem attractive. They make it seem attractive. Girl, you get a job, plus that child support money, plus some government assistance, you'd be banking. Then when the end of the year comes and you do your income taxes, you'd be banking. But they do that on purpose. They make that single mother journey seem so attractive on purpose. On purpose. Because who falls for it? You know who falls for it. And it's a way to destabilize that family structure within that particular community. I don't have to spell it out for you, but you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Shauna K. Addison says it is destroying. There we go. Shauna K. It is destroying the black community. Cannot build wealth this way. Well, a lot of people care more about their crotch than they do about wealth. That's crazy, because I care more about wealth than anything else. Like if my money is not right and it's not stacking up right, I can't even get an erection. I feel like I got issues. Seriously. And it's not that, oh, I worship money. It's that I have 6 children. And I better be bringing something to the table. Then I better be keeping something on the table. Then I better leave something when I leave. And it better be enough for all 6 of them. This is the pressure on me. But that's more of a responsibility. But it's a responsibility that comes along with great pressure. And I've witnessed too many people leave this life and left nothing behind for those they love and helped to bring here. But poverty. Handed down poverty. So you're proud saying that my grandparents were born into poverty and they came from their parents who were poor as well. And then my parents didn't really to make it out. They barely by. Now here I am and I'm about to hand poverty down to my children. Goodbye, Earth. I'm out. God in my casket to sleep. And your children are going to struggle. And if they don't make it, they're going to hand poverty down to your grandchildren. That's a curse. That's a curse. Seriously, that's a curse. So y'all been in poverty for 5, 6 generations straight, and nobody could figure out how to get out. because everybody was focused on their crotch and how much they needed attention from somebody else? Nah, nah. Listen, if my money ain't stacking up right, boy, my body feel like it's starting to not work properly. You see? Yeah, Monday melodies. Think with your frontal lobe, not your front. Remember that one? Think with your frontal lobe, not your front. And for those of y'all who don't know, go look up what the frontal lobe of the brain actually does. All right? It's the higher thinking place in the human brain. That's how you have rational reasoning and higher intelligence. So think with your frontal lobe, not your front. But most people think with them front. Tamo Tamo says, oh, can a woman go out with her friends and up in the groupie and then come back home to her husband and expect everything's supposed to be okay when that man heard about her lifestyle? That's kind of a confusing question. So I'm guessing you're asking like your girl got a bunch of wild friends and she decides she want to go out and wild out with the girls for the night. But people are telling you things. Birds of a feather flock together, baby. That's what my granny said, and she ain't never lied. Birds of a feather flock together. So when you see two hoes, don't think your wife is number 3 and she's the good girl in the group. She the quiet hoe. She the hoe that know how to keep a secret. She the hoe that's gonna pretend the best. She's the best actor in the group. Oh, girl, I have a family. I gotta go home to my husband. And this and that. Yeah, me and my 2 whoring friends, we going out tonight to go party, but I gotta get home to my husband. You know, we gonna turn up a little bit. Nah. Peer pressure is a hell of a thing. And it works on adults too. Okay? So birds of a feather flock together. Same thing for the guys. Like I said, to everybody, male or female, do not keep friends that have less responsibilities than you do. There's a difference between associates and friends. Do not keep friends that have way less responsibilities than you do. For instance, I am a married man with 6 children to take care of and a immediate household that I am responsible for the most part. Protector, provider, my position, my role. I can't have a bunch of friends that are free and single and ready to mingle, and every weekend we pop in bottles. Yo, SouFLo, Miami this weekend, turn up. Yo, you dead? All right, dog. And I'm like, yeah, man, I come right. What's gonna happen? And we go out and we drink and we get drunk, and the girls that are around them are thinking he's over there slapping ass, and she's thinking, slap my ass too, SouFLo. My girl getting her ass slapped by your homeboy. We about to go back to the hotel and turn up for the night. Everybody get a room and get it in. And before you know it, you find yourself somewhere where you shouldn't be, right? Right. More on bunks fist with my brethren, and I say, yo, dog, I'm have to leave right now, because you don't know it, go already. And that's all I have to say. Don't even have to say 40, just say that. Yeah, man, I have to leave right now still, because you don't know already. Or if I mention her name, I say, see that phone ring, all on their brains. Be a walking. My brethren should know what time it is and be like, cut. Because if his wifey or his woman called, I'd do the same thing. I'm not going to stay up in his ear like I'm his girl and talk about, put up the phone, the man, come up and spend time together. And I don't want no man company that much. See? Somebody said you can keep friends lower. But how? I don't know what that means, lower. Sex isn't all. That's the misconception we have. Well, yeah, but we live in a society where sex is everything. It's used to sell everything. Everything is sexualized. Everything is about sex. And if you watch enough TV these days, which a lot of people do, people are either in front of a television or they're on their phone. Okay, and every swipe or every channel flick, there's some sex scene coming on somewhere. So it's kind of hard for, say, a woman who now get it right to sit down there and watch a scene where a man a flip a girl away there and turn her away there and the scene is raunchy and she's sitting there watching that shit like, pardon me, that stuff, like, her mind is like, damn. Then she looking at you. Why you can't do me like that? When last I've been done like that? Shallow and pause the scene if you could play it in a slow motion film. See? So sex is everything for a lot of people. In the grand scheme of things, it's nothing. But wise people know that. As you age with intelligence, if your intelligence increases, you know that. It's necessary. It's necessary, and it is helpful. It is the deepest form of intimacy in your relationship. It kind of seals it up, right? It's a deep level of intimacy. However, it's not the all is. But it takes a while for us to get that, understand that. Some people get it sooner or later, and some people never get it. That's all. Age arrives with wisdom. Yes, DMAC, for some people. Because you have some people out there all like Kofoot and them. They're just all over the place. And you got to really be like, really though? Like, how old are you? So age don't necessarily really mean wisdom. That's another thing. Age don't necessarily mean wisdom. There's some young people out here that's got their life in order. They are able to manage themselves, discipline themselves. And then you got some old people who they haven't been able to discipline themselves all the years they've been on earth. So yeah, Tamo says sex is overrated. It is, until you haven't had it in a while, and then you get some good sex. And it's not overrated. It's just, but hey man, if it's all about that, then that too shall fade away. Let's be constructive, right? Let's be realistic. If it's all about that for you, you can hang it up or enjoy it until it's over, because it will be over. That too shall fade away. That's all I'm going to say. That too shall fade away. If that is what drives you, you will not be able to build a foundation. You will not be able to pass on generational wealth. More than likely, will not be able to. Not saying you can't do it on your own, but we rarely see that. We're not talking about save up a few dollars and pass the time. We're talking about established generational wealth. You understand? You're going to miss out on a lot of stuff while you're satisfying your front in life. And just like go. So I remember Kevin Hart did a stand-up piece, and he said, you know, I've been off my game lately because, you know, when it's wifey's time to get it in, he liked to make sure he could put it down. So he does stuff like he eat healthy, he goes to the gym, he makes sure he's ready for it and all that, so he can give her a good performance, yes? But lately I've been working so hard, man, and I've been on the road a lot. I haven't been home, and then when I get home, it's like I'm home and I got to leave again. So I told my wife, he said, you know, you got to make a decision. You either want some good D or you want wealth and stability. Can't have both of them at the same time, because right now I'm out here running to get it, stack it up for us, so later on we could enjoy it, that type of stuff. So in a sense, she's got to take the lackadaisical whatever she can get right now and just know said that's what it is now. And when he gets time to slow down, then y'all can put all your attention into that if that's what you want. Some people have no patience. That kind of stuff. Like an episode of Jerry Springer where the girl was sleeping with the guy next door, literally next door, because they live in an apartment building. So every time this man goes out to go to work in the morning, his neighbor actually go through the peephole and be like, yeah, okay, he's leaving. He left? All right. And right next door and spend the whole day, because the boy next door didn't have a job. And and his woman don't have a job. So she stay home all day, and the neighbor come over, and then they are root it out all day. You know, like when you have dig yam, and you have to dig deep, because the yam hill, and then they are root it out all day. So one time this brother come home, he's complaining that he works 2 jobs, and when he comes home, she's telling him that she's tired. He said, hell, I get to work 2 jobs and I still come home and have passion for you. Like I want you. I still, and she's telling me no. No dinner cooked, no nothing. Sometimes you gotta clean up the house itself. And I remember Jerry Springer said, see, that's a mistake right there. One of the things you should never do is you never give a young able-bodied person so much freedom and time on their hands. You don't pay all the bills and tell them they could just sit around all day. It's okay because I love you so much. And I think that you should be catered to. They'll find stuff to do. And sometimes the stuff that they find to do. Now, if she was working 2 jobs like you were working 2 jobs, she would understand what it feels like to be exhausted, to be tired. Even to, she probably did it with all the lights on in the house all day, and you're there talk about, man, this damn light bill is killing me. Yeah, because you leave her in the house all day. She running the microwave, she in the fridge 50 times. She got the bathroom light on when nobody is in the bathroom. Damn, this water bill killing me. Yeah, because she flushed the toilet 57 times every hour, and you paying all the bills. She don't know what it feels like. But if she was somebody that was looking at you as long-term, she would have been like, damn, I got a good one. Work 2 jobs and come home to me? Okay, check it. I'm going to go work 2 jobs too. We won't be working 2 jobs for too long because he's killing himself. That's how you know you got a steady one. If you see, hey man, let me tell you this. Listen to this real good. Because some of y'all going through this right now. Somebody out there is minding people right now. And you think it's because you love them while you're doing so much for them. And you don't realize that you're being used. You're the stepping stone. And when you're done, when they're done you're out, they will go on to somebody else who's able to do what you did or more. Right? So if you're out here busting your ass working 2 jobs, you should not have an adult laid up in your house. I don't give a damn. You should not have an adult laid up in your house. You talking about I love you. Go get a job too. This is what I bring to the table. I wasn't born with a gold spoon in my mouth, so I have to work hard. I'm starting somewhere. I'm working 2 jobs, okay? My goal is to end up working 1 job one day instead of 2. My goal is to eventually get into a career field where it's lucrative, where I only focus on that. Can you help me to get there? Can we get there together? You know I'm not going for yourself either. So this sitting at home all day, on your phone all day, looking at Instagram all day, ooh, that boy fine, while you at work killing yourself. Don't do it. Don't do it. And Jerry was right. This is a Jerry Springer episode enough. And Jerry was right. Mr. The man ball. And he over there talking about, you see how I love you? I work 2 just for you. I had 1 job. I was fine by myself with my 1 job. You said you wanted things, and I got 2 jobs so you can have everything you wanted. And you repay me like this. People don't care. People don't care. When I was growing up, they had a saying, see a fool, use a fool. You'll be surprised how many people see a fool when they look at you. Are you going to let them use you like a fool, though? You can see me from over here, so all the way out. You'll see a fool, use a fool. You won't use me like a fool, though. So I was in Jamaica recently for 2 funerals out of Babe's family. And I remember her grandfather's grave was being prepared, right? And so I go down there because I like to sit in with the grown men, the elders, and hear the conversation. That's how you learn something sometimes. That is missing from today's generation, the new generation. You see how them wild and crazy and act like them not have no sense? A lot of them is because they haven't sat with the elders. Because some of the elders been wild and crazy. Age will make you calm down. But when they reflect in your presence and start running you through some stories and scenarios, it gives you a chance to see into what was. So you know, okay, that's what's coming for me. All right, I got to change course. Or you can ask them and you have a conversation, right? So I'm sitting there at the grave and there's a grown man there and he was talking and him said, you see some of them youth here? I tell them youth here, you know, go breed a girl. And when you breed the girl, make sure so you're dead there when the baby are born. Yeah, man. You have to witness the birth, is what he said. He said you have to witness the birth. I guarantee you. You see some of them killy mad boy, them never see them youth born yet. If you ask them I'm saying, yeah, man, I have 3 youth, one by Susie, one by Keisha, one or another by. But if you ask them, you ever witness the birth? You go to a birth yet? When she and I push you witness the baby come out. No, sir. Not one of them. No. All right. There lies the problem. Once you witness a woman carry that child full term to birth and then push out that baby there, you will never be the same again. That's what the elder was saying. And he said, I don't care how you want to act like you're tough, act like it don't affect you. It will affect you. It will affect you. You will definitely treat women differently. It will affect you. Some of them man here when they treat women like trash, they've never witnessed a birth. Them need to go witness a birth. I'm sitting there, I'm soaking stuff up. This is recently in Jamaica, the last trip. I'm soaking stuff up. He got to another point. He said, here what? All them youth here, where I talk about them, I'll kill the girl because girl use him and use up him money and all that. Here me tell them, say. I said, breed her. If you have a woman in your yard, breed her. From your breeder, she can't use you. I said, that's me. We're not frivolously effing. My frivolously effing days gone long time. We're not frivolously effing. If I that I go on around your belly, I come. See? So who else can nyam me out, as we call it, right? Boops me out, nyam me out. Oh, it's the mother of my children. And it benefit. By the way, fellas, listen, if she not okay, the kids won't be okay. Children are very in tune to their mother's feelings. They're very in tune to whatever she's going through. Even if she doesn't explain to them word for word, if she's not all right, they're going to know. Yeah. So it's important to treat the children, the mother of your children, with some level of respect and show her love, the best way you can. Even though some of them are crosses, but you still show love, and never ever make it your place to say anything bad to the children about their mother, even when she's the worst thing crawling. You notice whenever I say walking, serpents, even when she's the worst thing crawling, don't make it your place to never ever say anything bad about her to the children. But breed them. Breed them. You have the resources to take care of a child, breed her. She can't use you after that. Because anything she get after the picnic them. All when she get it for herself is for the picnic them. You understand? Even if she go get her nails done and her hair done and fix up herself and say she look good and she feel good, guess what? When she look good and she look good and feel good, and the children look good and feel good too. That's how I look at it. So the elder wasn't wrong. He wasn't wrong. And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, yo, every time I go to Jamaica, man, it's a reflective moment for me. It's so much learning and so much. Yes, there's the reminiscing part too, but there's so much learning going on. So I go with an open heart, open mind, and big ears. I want to hear what them have to say, and it made perfect sense. Funny thing is, when he was saying that, Brains came walking down the hill, and he was like, "Yeah, so daughter, this." Oh, so now he know why I was over there saying, "Yeah, Elder, you're right. You're right." See? So here we are. Now, the next thing we want to talk about this morning was body shaming. All right. I noticed enough people in them feelings like Chantella, don't encourage men to impregnate women if they are not ready for children, like seriously, and especially if they are not intending to marry. I don't know about all that. Chantella, I don't know about all that. First of all, let me say something. This is SouFLoTV. Okay, so I am SouFlo. When you come here, your opinions, I'm glad for them. I don't want anybody to, I agree with everything SouFlo says. You can challenge me. I don't want you to leave thinking, he's the kind of person, if you don't say what he says, then he doesn't like you or respond to your comment. No, I encourage dialogue. My brother and my sister, who we come from the same mother and father, we don't agree on everything all the time. Hell, the man and the woman that made me and them don't agree on everything all the time, but it's still mutual respect, right? So we can talk differently. Now, that part there where you just said don't encourage them unless they're ready to get married and ready for children, man, listen. If you are not ready for children, marriage is a state of mind, first of all. It all depends on how we see life. See? So marriage is a state of mind, first of all. If you're not mentally married, then your paper don't mean nothing. You heard me? If you're not mentally married to who you're married to, then that paper don't mean nothing. Some of these men, it's better for them to go get a child and go take care of the child than to do what it is they are out here doing instead. You know? So hopefully you know not all Caribbean families are like that. Kim Classic, I don't know who that's for. A woman that is living on birth control, they are the ones that cheat more often than the regular girl that do not have it. Y'all going deep now. Must we now have a conversation about women that cheat versus women that don't cheat? Birth control versus no birth control? Of course. We all know what birth control is. We know what it does. It allows her to have sex at her convenience without worrying about the responsibility of being pregnant. So she can cock it up over here, so anytime she feel like it. The most she'll have to worry about is disease, but she surely won't get pregnant. But I think getting a disease that has no cure, I think that is more to worry about than getting pregnant. So there we go. That says a lot for that. I mean, if I was a woman, I'll be more concerned about getting something that has no cure. Mr. Flight 86 says, SouFlo, tell the Jamaican women stop giving jackets. They will continue getting karma for that if they don't stop. A regular thing that man that I go on before me born. Probably I go on before you born too if you're younger than I am. I mean, if you're older than I am. Probably I go on before you too. But me can't tell them to stop that. That seems to be a cultural thing as well. Tightly woven into our culture, fling a baby upon somebody where we take care right. Have more than one man. But Johnny, I'm good career on these things. Well, get Johnny. Hey, it happens, man. It happens. But karma is real, yes. And a lot of times when, especially when it gets out of control, and you see certain things, yes, no man has the right to do any woman like that. However, there are things that you do that invite a certain kind of energy into your life. You know, if you're living life a certain kind of way, certain energies that follow that type of lifestyle you're living, whether you're living it secretly or you're living it out in the open, there are energies that follow types of lifestyle. So more than likely, sooner or later, some of that energy there is going to reach you here, stop you in your tracks, right? Somebody said back to basic will solve all these issues. We not going back though. Times have changed and they've changed forever. For those of us who are around to witness better times, we better just hold that as memories. All right. Brains is here says that's funny. People think that women that have birth control cheat more than the ones that don't dash with belly, like dung a burial ground and nyam plan and nyam plan B like Skittles. Oh man, yeah. Well, that's the perception. Did you know that when birth control was first invented, by the way, that is why they fought against it so much? Because could you imagine a time when women were getting more freedom? So the women them used to say, you know, we're like having babies. Like, I don't want to be like my grandmother. My grandmother has 12. I don't want to have 12. We're living in different times. You know, I want to fulfill my dreams of things I can accomplish for myself. But I still want to be able to satisfy my lover, my boyfriend, my husband, whoever, without, you know, worrying about a baby coming along. I want that freedom. Well, there's always a group of men in suit and tie who thinks that it's their right to decide just how much freedom a woman should have. So they fought against the birth control pill for a while, and it was them that first started that conversation, saying, no, they just want to be wild and frivolous sexually. Even if she want to be wild and frivolous sexually, I feel our business that. It ain't my business. It is not my business. Your business should be your relationship with the woman that you're with. Forget what every other woman wants to do and birth control. I'm not speaking on no national issues like that about women and them things. I'm not in the place to do it. I'm a man. I'm a man. Okay? She figure do her thing. If that's how she want to live, that's how she want to live. I have to make sure that I'm not with somebody who is living against how I'm trying to live. End of the day. See? So let's talk about the body shaming thing real quick, because we're coming down to the hour. We got 15 minutes left on the show. So the body shaming thing. Yesterday I did a video, put up a video about body shaming. So Lizzo, the artist, she plays the flute. She has a couple of Grammys. She's a big girl. You know, she came out and did her little fat girl summer thing, she said. And basically she did a long interview afterwards. She talked about how she's finally getting to love herself, you know, and she has to live in this body, and it's better for her to find a way to accept who she is, live in her body, love herself. You know, a lot of people are on like social media all day looking at other people. Fellas, you on social media looking at the man that's been in quarantine, lockdown, working out, come out looking like Wolverine. No, you don't want to take your shirt off because you don't have a six-pack no more. You got a round gut and titties and hips and that kind of stuff. And it's the same. She starts to feel insecure because she's looking at so many girls who's chiseled and cut up. And that's the way how the world wants you to be. For instance, I seen comments on my wife's stuff. And we talked about this before. Remember one you would say, she shaped like the barrel them where you send stuff in Jamaica. He's talking about brains, you know. She shaped like the barrel them where you send stuff in Jamaica. Now for a grown man, right? For a grown man to get on a woman's side and say stuff like that, that alone tells me that you're not worth conversation and something is wrong with you. 5-star Sigma General, thank you, I appreciate you. 5-star Sigma General says majority of modern day females are not suitable for marriage. Societal brainwash. We're not gonna talk about that one because we could flip that too and say majority of today's men are also not ready for marriage as well. So it's a 50-50 thing, brother. Because a lot of these women, when they're doing their stuff that they're doing that makes them not ready for marriage, they're usually doing it with men. Those men ain't ready for marriage either. So it's a 50-50 thing. But anyway, back to this right here. When you're making a woman feel like certain kind of way, again, you don't understand what goes into that. So many people are ashamed of themselves, ashamed of how they look. Oh, I could look better. I need to like suck out the fat from here. I need to go see Dr. Miami. I need to get this tuck and this twisted and this primed and this cut off and this sewn on and this. So Lizzo was saying basically, look, accept yourself for you. Now, before Lizzo did all this, I told you, my audience, this on Morning Thoughts. I said, go stand in front of a mirror. Go stand in front of a mirror. Look at yourself in the mirror. Remember I said this? I said, look at yourself in the mirror. Look at every single part of yourself from the top of your head all the way down to the bottom of your feet. Look at every crevice, corner, everything, and love yourself. Love yourself. Yeah, my eyes don't look like everybody else's eyes. That's my uniqueness. When people see me in the street, they'll know that's me. I am not going to see them eyes them. When I smile, my teeth don't look the same like everybody else. I love me for me, right? Go all the way down. I can patchy up and fix up and, but you'll never be happy. You'll never be happy. And half the time, you're cutting and fixing and tucking and to please people who really don't care about you. They don't care about you. They pass with their remarks and that's it. So what's really important is how you feel about you. That's why you have some people you're like, you should be Fatty, and Fatty have more confidence than you and your whole family put together. And because of that confidence she has, she's able to float through circles. People gravitate towards her. You know what I'm saying? And then you over there with your, oh, I'm fit, I'm chiseled, I'm all this, and nobody know want to see you. Nobody want to come around you because your insecurities still shine through all that. So it's about inner love first, man. You gotta love yourself. Me looking in the mirror, you can't boast like me, you know, and you can't tell me nothing about me. I look in the mirror, I look at myself from every angle, corner, everywhere, head to toe. I say, I'm blessed. Damn, boy. Boy, me good. See? That's what you need to do. But you need to be genuine about it. And what Lizzo was explaining is that for some people, it takes practice. Like for her, she had to get up and keep telling her positive affirmations, people. You see, my son, Kai, well, his mom started it before he could even speak. But I constantly do it now. I say, you're so smart, Kai. You're handsome. And I tell him all these things, right? Now, when I go to tell him, I say one of the affirmations and he fills in the blank with the rest. If I say you're handsome and when I say and, he goes smart. So you have to do that to yourself. It takes practice for a lot of us. Get in the mirror, love you. Love every stretch mark, love every corner crevice. I put that video up yesterday and I was very surprised. I thought I was going to see a lot of support on the video. I was very surprised to see the amount of ridicule that was on the video. Nah, she big and sloppy SouFLo. Me not care what you want to say. She not look good. But you missed the whole point of the video. She doesn't care anymore what you think. Why take the time to leave that? And it was nothing positive. Sometimes we need for just go say, yo, and just scroll or scroll sideways and leave it. What is your comment going to do for her? By you telling some woman she big and sloppy and don't look good, and what is that comment going to do for her? That made you feel good about yourself to leave a comment like that for a woman who's trying to love and accept herself? And you know the same people now, the girl go get depressed and kill herself. You hear y'all talking about, man, she should have talked to somebody. You know, it would have been better if she just talked to somebody. She was trying to love herself. Trying to love herself. My wife, she knows she have this thing. Brains just have babies back to back, okay? Back to back. For those women out there who have had babies back to back, you know how that goes. I have to keep reminding her, but I don't think she believes me sometimes. She said, I love to see men start talking about miles when them run down the community center. I saw. I don't know what that conversation there going to be about, and that me I talk about right now. I want to talk about my. So anyhow, I have to be reminding her constantly, like, yo, you don't let people steer you into how they want you to feel about you. You feel how you want to feel about you. If you're uncomfortable with something and you feel like you need to fix it, then by all means, go ahead, right? Whether it's through exercise or whatever the means is. But don't let people's opinion of you dictate how you feel about you. Don't let people's opinion or view of you dictate how you see you. You get that? That's the message of the day. Somebody says, Claudia Alexander says, beauty is not on the outside only. Don't judge. You're absolutely right. Real beauty actually comes from the inside. That's just my philosophy. Real beauty actually comes from the inside. You can be pretty as hell on the outside and you're just an ugly ass, disgusting ass person. And I've seen that. Let me say it again. You can be pretty as hell on the outside and you're just an ugly ass, disgusting ass person with all that prettiness going on the outside. Yeah? So it starts from inside you, and then it'll radiate on the outside once you get it right on the inside. That is work. That is work. It takes work to be that way. So do the work, but do the work for you, on you, and stop living by what other people feel about you. That's a miserable way to live. That is a miserable ass way to live. I care zero, like a big zero, what your opinion is of me if you're going to talk about how him look and how me no business. That is for you. That is in your thoughts. You take it home, go deal with it. Me don't, it don't mean nothing to me. It don't pay my bills. It don't get me up in the morning. It don't make my sleep better at nights. It does nothing for me. So why should I even entertain it? Same thing for you. You know what I mean? Self-validation. Thank you, First Lady. Self-validation is the key. And a lot of people are lacking that. They look to others to validate them. Or they look at other people and say, oh, that's how I should be. You see this social media thing? It's a dangerous thing. It's especially a dangerous thing for people that are, I would say, weak. And it's not an insult to say you're weak, but some people are weak. Some people are addicted to social media. Some people are weak as in they haven't gotten to the place yet where their confidence is soaring to where nobody can tell me nothing about me. They haven't gotten there yet. So comments might eat away at them more than other people. Now, it's a dangerous place for somebody like that when they start going through this, because then they go and they're like, damn, I wish I was like. Everybody is turning up on Instagram, right? Everybody is living lavish on Instagram. Everybody's body is perfect. Everybody is the perfect person on Insta, and this is the fake world. And once you let your eyes be exposed to that and then feed that into your brain center over and over and over, you start to look at yourself and devalue yourself. Well, I don't look like him. It goes from admiring to comparing to start feeling less than. Say it again. It goes from admiring, damn, they look good, they look like they living a life, to comparing, damn, I wish I had this. Shit, I wish I had her body. Damn, I wish I had his house, his cars. Wow, mad successful, dressed nice too, expensive stuff. I wish to that, then you start feeling less about yourself. I'm not achieving as much as others are. I am not perfect like others are. So don't do it to yourself. Don't do it to yourself. Somebody said yesterday, SouFLo, listen, the only people I see body shaming women is women. So sisters, stop doing it. And I replied to that comment under the video. I'm gonna go watch the video with Lizzo. But I replied to that comment under the video and I said, no, I've seen men body shaming women. They're right here in the comment section. I've seen men body shaming women. I've seen women body shaming men. They're right here in the comment section. The biggest body shaming of all is woman do it to man. How? Haven't you heard that guys with a small wee-wee don't deserve intimacy? Him forget bun, him forget cheat pan, him lower his voice when he's talking to me. If it don't hang to the left and whatever, lower your voice when you're talking to me. Take some of the bass out of it. That's body shaming. Men go through that all the time, constantly, day after day after day. I've seen another one that said, fellas, public service announcement, it's sweatpants season. This is when the weather was getting colder weather. It's sweatpants season. So for those of you who aren't hung, please go find something else to wear other than a sweatpants. Because that ain't what we like to see. We like to see it, the meat leaning in the sweatpants and whatever. And I'm walking outside and I'm looking at these females' face And majority of these females were walking around actually looking at man front. All women were there with them man, I walk around and look for a man front. If you see a print. That's the biggest body shame of all. If God gave a man 6 inches in can, that's what he got. If God gave him 9, that's what he got. If God gave him 15, that's what he got. Someone right now I talk about where 15 one that's SouFlo. You know anybody like that? But really, that's what he got. And he's gonna have to work with that for the rest of his life. Period. So who are you to say what? God made a mistake? I thought you said God don't make no mistakes. So stop the body shaming, man. Stop the body shaming. If it ain't your type, just go turn your direction, your attention to something else. Don't go ridiculing people that are not your type and then go look for your type. What? You just wasted energy. Just go find your type. Just go find your type. Matter, I was telling somebody yesterday in the comment section of the Lizzo thing, because the person says she fat and sloppy and nasty. Me not encourage this, blah, blah, blah. I said, God, no, you're rude enough. But I literally laughed my ass off because of the way it was said. I literally laughed my ass off. But listen, you're rude. You're rude. However, I want you to know that she is exactly some men's type. Somebody else fire back now. Yeah, man, we stab it out all day. She can always get, you know, the run-ins, the ropes. She can always get that, but nobody know I'm married her. No man wants to marry a big girl. I said, that's a lie. That's a lie. Because I know some big girl where I've seen in my lifetime, big girls that have good husbands that stick by them. And the man is all about him woman. Is a man will work and go home and work and go home. And that's all I'm doing, work and go home. And if he's going out, she'll go out with him. Even when she's like, baby, you can go out by yourself. No, it's all right. Me stay home. And if you now come, me no and go kind of thing. So don't sit there and tell yourself about, look at you on your high horse. But oh, she fat, nobody's gonna want her anyway. She can get fucking up, but that's about it. No, that's somebody's type, literally somebody's type. And for you to sit there and think that, oh, I'm fine because I'm 100 pounds soaking wet and I'm everybody's type. No, you're not. You're not. Somebody is looking at you like, you look like you need a few meals. You look like an AIDS patient. You look like you're malnourished. You don't look well taken care of at all. I don't know, something about you just not attractive to me. That kind of stuff. So stop thinking that you are everybody's type, but somebody who is what you call fat is not nobody's type and all that. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Watch humans in action is crazy. Novelty, Thompson, talk up now. Every all of them tick a bush. Facts. Facts. Me see a brother with a girl stay so. No, me can't even stretch my hand out. Fuck, me push this out highway. Them man girl stay so. Literally so. People, me's a big man, you know. So my wingspan wide, you know. Them man girl stay so. And the brother stay like this. Right here in this city that I live in. Is a Jamaican youth. I'm gonna tell you something. The girl, that big woman there, take him away from one girl, you see, where stay so and full of a tattoo and thing. This is not made up stuff. And we used to be like laughing because when them first start cheat and thing, we say, "Rah, we see so and so at our Walmart parking lot with lock up in a car with we go like we don't see nothing but we are pretty thing." All right. Now he's completely left that household. As she him there with. And it's been quite a few years now. I'm just to them the other day at Walmart again. So he must stick to the thing where stay soft. So what are you telling me? Obviously something make him stay there. Me don't know what, but something make him stay there. It's his type. It's his type. All right? I feel him type. Somebody, Marvelous Marvin says regular thing that. Hey, tell some of these people that who like to go around shaming other people. you're supposed to feel insecure because you put on some weight, yeah, so, and you put on some that stuff. And y'all leave women alone, man. Period. Let the woman them alone. Some of them women here, childbirth is not an easy thing, and it does numbers to the body. I seen Sierra, the artist slash married to Russell Wilson, Sierra, $100+ million worth Sierra, drop 2 baby and come back, bam, and she on IG and do all the new dance challenges and jump up on camera and boom flick and all this, and now I got all these moms who just had babies feeling down about themselves, like, damn, her snapback is a snapback. Like, I don't have no snapback. I gotta work on this stuff. Start feeling bad about yourself. Listen, you're not married to a multimillionaire. You yourself are not a multimillionaire, and I'm speaking in US dollars. You don't live in a mansion where you have maid's quarters. You have a nutritionist that lives in the house at their own quarters, and their sole job is to prepare you meals that will cause you to lose weight rapidly. Then you have a next one called a personal trainer and a big gym, a full gym at the house that's better than the state-of-the-art gym that we pay membership to go to. You don't live that life. You don't live that life. So stop trying to be other people. She can drop and snap back. She has a team of nannies. Somebody clean the house, somebody wash the clothes, somebody, she not do none of them something that. Her job is to entertain and look good for her multi-millionaire husband while giving him children. And that's what she's doing. She's playing her role. So stop it with this. Y'all get on social media and y'all see this in women, and then you go over to a regular woman and you're like, you lost yourself. Oh, you stop taking care of yourself. You put on all heap of weight, man. You need to go back to the gym, man. Like, the woman is not Sarah. It takes time. It takes a lot of time. See? It takes a lot of time, especially naturally losing weight takes a lot of time. When I want people crash diet, kill off themselves, start eat beer salad and drink Chardonnay, like the soccer moms over here, when Marga likes so. Nobly Thompson says, real woman job is a lot. Yeah, it is. I want to tell us a real man job is a lot too, but we're not going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about that on the next video coming up. So, with that said, I've given you your full hour this morning. I appreciate each and every one of you that tuned in. I never think another tune in this morning, and for the first 2 minutes, nobody came in. And I was like, man, I missed Monday. Everybody gone. But here you are again. So thank you. I appreciate you. Sometimes y'all know how to go. I work hard, and then I can't wake up the next morning. And I got sleep issues, which I'm open about speaking to you guys about it. So sometimes I stay up till, I don't know if this is your life, like me. I'm watching the clock. It's 11 o'clock. I say, all right, 11:30, me, I go to bed. Next time me look up, I'm doing my thing. Next time I look up, it's 1:30. I said, okay, 2 o'clock, I'm going to bed. Next time I look up, it's 3:30. I said, let me hurry up and go lay down and get some sleep to wake up at 5:30. Imagine going to bed at 3:30 to wake up at 5:30 to start Morning Thoughts Live at 6 a.m. Sometimes I go until it's 5 o'clock. And I'm like, oh, damn, I can't get no sleep. Throw some Visine in my eye, come do it. Or sometimes I lay down at 4:30, 5 o'clock, and I say, set the alarm, man. Wake up 5:45. Just already put everything together. Just got to jump and turn on the lights. Sleep right through the alarm because I'm that tired. The alarm is bam, bam, bam. And I can't hear it. So y'all forgive me when you see me sometimes don't come on. I them think they are going. All right, man, I have sleep issues and trying to work through it. Just a reality thing. I'm not perfect. I'm only human, just like everybody else here. And that's why it's a joy to speak to you, because we speak in reality terms, right? No fake up, makeup, nothing over here. We go through real issues in real life, real time. And we don't want anybody to feel all insecure then, oh, I'm going through it alone. Nobody else is like me. My situation is unique to me. Anything y'all go through, somebody else is going through it the same. You're not alone in anything. from weight loss issues to whatever you name it, financial issues to relationship issues to you have a home right here. Put the topic up on the screen and say, SouFlo, address this please, and I will dive right into it for you. All right. Hi, Papa. Oh, Mama. Come here, princess. Come, Daddy. All right, so have a wonderful day, a blessed day. Try to be as happy as you can today, please. And if you haven't started already, then try, and then like this, I'll try to play with my daughter at the same time. Come, mommy, come. If you haven't started already, then start doing that mirror thing that I was talking about. Like really, seriously, listen to me. Man and woman, because not all the man have a whole heap of insecurities too. We're just men, so we're expected to hide things better or not respond to certain things when we do, because we're only humans. Start the mirror thing. Go start looking in the mirror. I don't care. Do it every morning before you go to work or at work when you go use the bathroom or whatever. You might need more than others, but get in the mirror. Talk to yourself in the mirror. Let yourself know that you are yourself. You're good enough. Let yourself know that you're fine. You're handsome. You're all these other things. You're intelligent. You're positive affirmations. You need those. You need those. All right. And I'll catch y'all tomorrow morning right here on SouFLoTV on this thing called Morning Thoughts. I'm ready to go for the rest of the week. Everything's set up already. The lights are up. Everything is up. I just have to jump in the chair and go. All right. Babe, bring her, come give me now. Let me show her off a little bit. Come here. Want to say morning? Say morning to them. She's gonna have attitude like our mother. That's how her mom be. She be giving you like 20 faces at once. I know when I say something out the way because it come right back like this. And then she act like nothing wrong. Like she didn't say anything. No, I didn't say anything. That's how Milani is. Lonnie. Baby, can I come say hi to her? I'm gonna show you after. I really want to put the camera along this somewhere. And say wife there. For me good wife. Man, I tell her about shape like barrel. That look like barrel to you? Yo, that girl that anyway, I'm gone. Hey mommy. Hey mommy.
Oh god damn it, wasn't on the charger.
Papa still asleep?
No.
Okay. I'm coming off now anyways. Hey mommy. Alright, come. Alright, I love y'all. I'll see y'all later. Peace. See, Lovely Thompson, your wife is beautiful.
Hi.
She needs to hear that. She hear it from me all the time, but I think you're tired of hearing it from me, babe.
No.
Fuck my front, so you know, she want some tight. Zoom. Zoom. All right, people. Blessings. Peace.